getting into shock.
If Luke were a real person, I'd love to meet him. It'd be quite nice to see him on a running track and see whether he can do the 800 metres quite as quickly as me as well. But leave that aside. You know, I think he suffers from a number of stereotypes. It's pretty clear that he's imbibed some of this from the organisation that he works for as well. He spoke about the conversations he'd had with his manager and so forth. He seems to think that it's not possible for older people to learn, and at the same time he's got this overall strange view that someone with experience may be too experienced because they'll be set in their ways and they've got a strong attitude towards the way in which the job should be done, which is really quite bizarre.
What I did find quite concerning was the use of the term what's that? Elderly for somebody who was over 35. It affected me personally. I just thought, oh my God, I'm out of the game now. But also the fact that there are recruiters out there who think that that is a major factor.
It's amazing that the same terms are being used, that you can't teach old dogs new tricks, that older workers are too set in their ways, and the euphemisms that the recruiters use about kind of young and energetic as a way of keeping older workers just out of the job ambit. I think it's terrible, and it demonstrates really why the Working Late project is so important and why we have to do something about age discrimination and why we have to do it quickly.
Luke has got really some strange attitudes. He's also, I think, really exemplifying the age prejudice that older people often encounter.
I conducted the first research in this country on employers' attitudes to older workers, and that was back in the early 1980s. And we found deeply embedded age discrimination and older workers being kept out of jobs because of it. And now to find in research in the NDA programme that exactly the same discrimination is taking place is really a big shock.
To disqualify people purely on a kind of age range at the outset, I think makes no business sense, because you're excluding a lot of experience and a lot of variety and diversity in the workforce that you could bring into the business.
I think employers are not going to be able to restrict so tightly to such a narrow age range as the one that we heard in that interview. So it's in the interests of employers as well as of everybody else to take advantage of the full range of skills and expertise that is available from people of all ages. So it's a culture change that I think we need.